I was going to actually address you from over there, which I'm not going to do now. My name's Philippa Kelly. Just to say that one of the fascinating things about Shakespeare's fathers and daughters is that you hear some fathers saying lines which even in Shakespeare's time would have been pretty atrocious. And one of the ways that Shakespeare would make that acceptable was he would use the space of the theatre and have the father addressing somebody right at the front of the audience or right to the side of the audience, and that was the usefulness of his stage. Shakespeare himself was a father. He had 2 daughters and a son. The son died at age 11. Shakespeare grossly preferred his one illegitimately conceived daughter to his legitimately conceived daughter. So that's an interesting thing about his own life. And all the way through his life, the relationship between fathers and daughters was something he was constantly using as a dramatic praxis, using as something that he was puzzling over. We'll be looking at 3 plays very early on in his career, Taming of the Shrew, Romeo and Juliet, Midsummer Night's Dream, and 1 late play, The Tempest. But if you know myself and Hugh, you'll know that we're constantly thinking about the whole oeuvre of Shakespeare as we teach. Susan, so we would love to have you. I see a couple of my old friends, Margie, I saw Marcia before. Teaching for OLLI is one of the most pleasurable things I do, because you have people who actually really want to be there, who want to listen to you, and who have great minds. It's just been, OLLI can't get rid of me because I keep trying to sign on to come back. So just to say, I didn't ask Susan whether I could do this, but I just want to tell you that also on the 8th of February, I'm giving a talk at the Berkeley Arts Festival on University Avenue for free about my convict history, my grandparents 6 generations removed, and the relationship of that to the Australian Aboriginals population. So that's on the 8th of January at 8 p.m. And I might actually ask Susan if I can give it for one of your free lectures here as well, if you can't make it on the 8th. The other thing is, sorry to be advertising this, but I'm also dramaturging a word-for-word show, You Know When the Men Are Gone, about Iraqi war veterans and their wives. That begins at the end of January, and I've been thoroughly enjoying that and would love to see you there. Sorry to have colonised my introduction, and I will now introduce my wonderful colleague Hugh.
I'm not going to be able to add very much. It's always a pleasure to work with her. I would say that we have contrasting styles of speaking and addressing the topics, which I think turns out to be complementary and mutually rewarding. So I think we'll have some interesting discussions. It is, as she says, a wonderful topic, both because of Shakespeare's own domestic arrangements, and also there's hardly a play in Shakespeare that doesn't allude to this. After what Philippa has said, I will simply tempt you by saying I shall be addressing fathers and daughters in Macbeth just as a provocation. You may not be able to work out which father and daughter I'm talking about, so I'll leave that as a come-on and just say I hope we can see many of you on January the 28th in this space. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Philippa and Hugh. Excellent.